Hello and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm battling hay fever and heat today to bring you a new puzzle. This one is Pick Up Sticks Blue by Marty Sears, and I did my first of these Pick Up Sticks puzzle just the other day, and I loved it so much I thought I've got to revisit this series. And there's a whole series of these that Marty has created, and it's just a lovely idea for a rule set. The basic idea is, let's look at that stick. The sum of that stick, whatever it is bigger than the sum of this stick, because you can sort of see from the graphics, well, you can see that this vertical stick is above that diagonal stick. So it's a way of indicating arithmetic values of the various sticks involved in the puzzle. Very simple way and a very beautiful way. And these puzzles are, well, they've all got incredibly high ratings, actually. They're all sort of 95% plus ratings. And this one is region sum lines. And I will explain the rules properly in a moment or two's time. But you'll know, if you've been following the channel for any amount of time, you will know the regard with which I hold Marty's puzzles. They are phenomenal. He is an incredible mind and an incredible setter. And so basically, when you do a Marty Sears puzzle, you're guaranteed a good time. Now, what else do I need to tell you about? There are a few things to mention today, apart from the hay fever. And the heat is ridiculous. It's about 32 degrees outside, apparently, which, let me tell you, I am not used to in Surrey. The first thing I need to talk about, though, is yesterday's puzzle. If you haven't had a look at yesterday's video, I simply must recommend that you try the puzzle in that video. It's by a constructor called Joe Cat. And the puzzle was published nearly 5 years ago. It was published in July 2020. And it is it's got mathematical ideas going on inside. It's called Rainy Day Sudoku 12 Squared and 35. And the very simple idea is that in all of these cages, the digits either multiply to a multiple of 144, while not multiplying to a multiple of 35. And that's true for all the cages in the puzzle except one. And that's the whole rule set, apart from Sudoku, of course. I think I said that correctly. And it's just a voyage of discovery. You will learn things about maths you didn't know before when solving the puzzle, is my view. It really is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I think lots of the comments we've been getting on the video, and mind you, it's not an easy thing, I should mention that as well. It did take me 2 hours 10 minutes to solve it, but forgive me for that. Anyway, check that out, very worthwhile. We have scheduled a new blueprints stream as well. We're going to be visiting the world back visiting the world of blueprints next Monday at 10 PM UK time, so we'd love to have your company for that if you're free. I will also mention over on Patreon, of course, we've got Itch.io Sudoku Hunt. The closing date is approaching on that. It's just in a couple of days' time. You've got till the 20th. Do have a go. The puzzles in that are proving to be so popular, and there's a story that goes with the puzzles, and that's proving popular as well. So check that out. It's all fabulous stuff. We'll catch up on the league table for that tomorrow. And I've got some birthdays to do. Let me look at my list of birthdays. We'll start with a slightly sadder birthday. It's Charis's birthday today. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Charis. Charis turning 15. And Charis lost his father back in January. And his father really liked Sudokus, and I think might have enjoyed Cracking the Cryptic. So I'm so sorry to hear you lost your father, Charis. I hope that you have a great birthday today. Thank you for following the channel. And and thank you for getting in touch with us, and I hope that you get some splendid cake today that is, of course, heavily iced. Now we'll go to Buenos Aires. I'm saying that properly. It's Buenos Aires, not Buenos Aires. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not actually sure which is technically correct. But Isabella, your friend Federico, wrote to us and talked about the fact, I think that the two of you get together, and it's his favourite moment in the week is when the two of you meet up and watch Sudoku together. Isn't that lovely? So Isabella, I hope you have a great birthday today. I don't know if today is a day where you're going to be meeting up and watching. I hope so. and I hope the cake is good. Next we'll go from Buenos Aires to Indiana and Purdue University. I hope I'm saying that correctly, probably messing that up as well, where Lily, you're turning 21 today. I turned 21 just last year. It's a big milestone, and I know this because your boyfriend Joshua wrote to us and said you might appreciate a shout out. Apparently you're getting your favourite ice cream cake today to celebrate, which does sound good. Actually, it really does sound good. Ice cream cake is very much something I would enjoy in this temperature. And then finally, Taylor, it's your birthday today. And I know this because your soon-to-be husband Niall wrote to us and said that, Taylor, you used to hate the channel. I'm not sure it's hate Sudoku or hate the channel, but it's growing on you. And Niall can't wait to get married in September and is planning on ensuring there's going to be lots of chocolate cake for you today. So Taylor, many happy returns. It sounds like it's going to be a good one. And, well, I hope the wedding goes well. I hope you get wedding weather like this. Now, that's all the news. Why don't we have a go at solving the puzzle? I think this one has 2 stars out of 5 for difficulty, so hopefully it won't take me 2 hours, 10 minutes. The rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply, which means we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. And then 3x3 box borders divide a blue stick into segments. Each segment along a stick has the same sum. This segment sum can be different for different sticks. So let's find one that goes through. Well, okay, let's use this one. So what we're saying here is the 3x3 box borders divide the stick into segments. So that is a segment, that is a segment, and that is a segment. Oh, orange doesn't work so well. Let's do black instead. So there we go. So what we're being told here is that the sum of the purple digits is the same as the sum of the green digits is the same as the sum of the black digits. Let's do another one. Let's do this one. So yeah, we can sort of see that, can't we? Let's do. Can we see they're different? Maybe I'll use yellow instead. Oh, actually, I might use red instead. Sorry, I'm trying to find a good contrast. So on this stick, this diagonal stick, the sum of those 3 blue ones is the same as the sum of the 3 red ones. And it doesn't have to be the same as the sum on the other sticks. Sticks can have different segment sums, but we just know that those 3 reds add to the same as those blues. Now, there's just one more rule. Let me get rid of my stickage, my colouring of sticks. There we go. And the only other rule is the following. A stick always has a lower total, brackets the sum of all its digits, than any stick which lies on top of it. Yeah, so I think I explained it correctly when we sort of did the introduction. So those 3, you add them up, and that's got to have a higher total than those, I think. I think that's how it works. I hope I've got that right. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I mean, the first thing that's striking me here, which might not be as powerful as it normally would be, is how much symmetry there is around the positive diagonal. So what do I mean? Well, if I draw in the positive diagonal, and we imagine the puzzle folded along that crease that I've just drawn in, it's not quite. I think this one, that one doesn't exist on the other side of the crease, does it? Okay, and the line in row 9 is not quite the same length as the line in column 1. And there's obviously going to be slight differences in stick orientation, but apart from that, I think it's very similar. It's a very symmetrical puzzle. So, what does it mean if you can spot a puzzle is symmetric? Well, what it normally means is that if we can find, say we got some logic in that 2x2, we should therefore be looking in this 2x2 and to see if the same logic can be applied there, because it may well be possible. That's a general pointer. It might not work the same way with pickup sticks. Okay, I can see one thing in row 9, which is to do with maths, actually. That digit is going to be 0 mod 3, i.e. it's going to be divisible exactly by 3. And the reason for that is actually it's a secret. Did I get to talk about? No, I don't think I did talk about the secret yesterday, which is so strange in the most sort of brilliant mathematical puzzle in the history of Sudoku that I didn't mention the secret once. But anyway, I'm going to mention the secret today. My secret is something I share with only my very favourite people. If you're watching this video, of course you're one of my favourite people. The secret is that any complete row of a Sudoku, or complete column, or complete box, because of the rules of Sudoku, we know what it sums to. Because we know that that row must contain all of the digits 1 to 9. And if you sum the digits 1 to 9, you get 45. Now, 45 is exactly divisible by 3. But look at this line here. We know that segment is equal to that segment is equal to this segment. So if we define each segment as being a summing to x, those 8 cells sum to 3x. Now 3x must be divisible by 3, and the whole row is divisible by 3, so this digit is divisible by 3. And therefore we have got restrictions in the possible values of these segments, haven't we? If this was 3, these 8 cells would add up to 42. 42 divided by 3 is 14. That's possible. You can make 2 cell sums add to 14. If this is 6, then these sum to 39, which means that we've got 13 segment sums. So with 9, we're going to have 12 segment sums. So this domino, for example, either sums to 12, 13, or 14. I don't think I can do anything with that. I know that... No, I don't, actually. I was about to make an error then. What I was about to say is that that segment sum was bigger than that segment sum, but that's totally not how pickup sticks work. It's the whole line, isn't it? It's not the segment sums on the line. Okay, that's got the same property. That is also 3, 6, or 9. It's exactly the same principle. Look, this line here is cut into 3 segments. So it is divisible by 3. It could be expressed as 3x, if that's x. We know that's divisible by 3. We know the whole column's divisible by 3, so that must also be divisible by 3. Now, so the segments in column 1 are, well, the minimum, if that was 3 and that was 6, that would be 9. So these would have segments of 12. And if that was 9 and that was 6, 15 is the maximum these could add up to. Then those would sum to 30, and they would have a segment sum of 10. Oh, okay. I don't know what to. Okay, I don't know what to do with that, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. No, I. Again, you get these spider senses. Your spider senses tingle when you solve Sudoku, and when I'm solving on camera like this, I'm acutely aware of when I'm probably doing something stupid. And I really don't like doing it, because of course then all the comments immediately say Simon was stupid after 14 minutes 15 seconds when he didn't spot the especially obvious, to paraphrase Faulty Towers very slightly. I don't know. Okay, let's try something else. Where we've got all of these 2 cell segments here, here, here. So that basically what that means is those 2 are the same digit, those 2 are the same digit, those 2 are the same digit. Those 3 are the same digit. Sorry, I haven't got... Maybe I've got to colour these. Okay, those three are the same digit. These two are the same digit. They are different, aren't they? Because this cell sees that cell. Those two are the same digit. They are definitely different from both green and yellow. Problem is that one could be red. It's definitely not yellow. It's definitely not green, but that could be red. I think it genuinely could be red because... oh, hang on. Well, but by Sudoku, these two cells don't see those two cells. But I've just noticed something different. Right. This is a 2-cell segment that is even. Yeah, okay. I'm actually going to look at that line, which is a weird line to look at. Let me just highlight it for a second. That line there. Because I'm just thinking about the fact that's only 2 digits, isn't it? And this is a lot of digits. Actually, this has got repeats on it. Those... Oh, I didn't notice this. Sorry. It's really weird the way that the pickup sticks work. The fact they all cross each other makes it much harder to see the one you're meant to focus on, which I guess is just like the actual game of pickup sticks. But look, these cells here, let's make those purple. Now, there's a lot of firstly, there's a lot of digits here. Secondly, those 4 digits are all the same digit. So the maximum red would be 999, wouldn't it? So if that's 999, that's 18. So these digits, which include 4 of the same digit, yeah, okay, this digit is 1, 2, or 3. And the reason it's 1, 2, or 3 is imagine these 4 squares were all 4, then they would add to 16, plus at least a 1 and a 2 there. In fact, it would have to be a 1 and a 3, I suppose. Yeah, no, in fact, the line would then just sum to 20, wouldn't it? Because it would be... It's going to be expressible, this line, as 5 times whatever this digit is. So, right. So the red pickup stick here is 8 or 9, I'm going to claim, and that's going to be the same as this one. This is also 8 or 9, but it might be the same, it might be different then. Oh, no, okay. No, it's very straightforward. That's lovely, actually. This is 3. And the reason we can see it's 3 is... Marty, how dare you make me do Sudoku? That's basically the first step in your puzzle. All of those cells are the same. So where does that digit go in box 7? Whenever you get the same digit looking at a box 4 times, you can always place that digit in that box. So this digit is going in the corner, so it's 3. Oh, and that's going to give me a... That's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Right, that's got to be a 1. Oh, hang on, hang on. Okay, so I could have got that these couldn't be 1 and 2 because they were the sum of 2 digits in box 5. I didn't think of that either. Alright, let's try and get our heads in the game. So, right, so this line does sum to 15. That still means that this could be 8. Right, these are now different. These. Because by Sudoku, the red digit is there in box 7, but the orange digit is there in box 7. So these can't be the same digit. So these are an 8-9 pair. Oh, hang on. Also, this is... Oh, nearly. Well, this being a 3 in the corner means that this line has segments of 14, doesn't it? So this domino is a 14 domino. And it's got 8 or 9 in it, along with 5 or 6. Now... Can we do more than that? I wouldn't surprise me at all. Okay, let's think about this. I'm not sure whether I'm meant to look at this line or perhaps even that line. Let's just check this line, because that is lower in total than 15, because the purple line is above it. But it's expressible as 2 times a number, isn't it? Because it goes through 2 boxes. So the maximum... Well, okay, that's it. This line is the best line. Right. Because the minimum sum of those 2 digits is 7. So the minimum sum of this line is 14. And it can't be more because the stick is lower down than the purple stick. So they have to be 3, 4. Which means the red digit is now one of... This is lovely, isn't it? It's really weird. And the orange digit, by symmetry, sort of using our symmetry principle, has to be up there now. And these 2 add up to 7. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to look at this digit, I think. Right, clearly the green digit, which is the same, is not 3. It can't be 1 or 2 either. Imagine these were all 1s. Then neither of those could be a 1. If all of these were 2s, neither of these could be a 2 by Sudoku. So this digit is at least... Oh, hang on. I can use the pickup stick thing. It's at least 4, I was going to say. But I think it's... Then it would add up to only 12. And this line adds up to 14. So this is at least a 5 again, I think. But it can't... Okay, it can't be 8 or 9. Because it's going to see 8 and 9 in this spot. Yeah, that's probably the simplest way to see it. There's an 8-9 pair hidden in those 4 cells. So these squares are from 5, 6, 7. That might mean something. But I don't think I know what. Okay. Alright, let's have a quick look at this column 1 total then. What's this domino? Because it's got a very high digit in it. If that was a 9, that would make red an 8. Oh. Is that? Yeah, that is possible, isn't it? That is... Sorry, I was wondering whether... If that's 9, it's orange by dint of this. That's fine, I think. Let's just think about that then. If that's 9, this line adds up to 33, and the segments would add up to 11. And this would be... Okay, and the 2 cell segments there couldn't be 3, 8 or 2, 9, so they would be 4, 7 and 5, 6. That doesn't work. Good. Actually, that's beautiful. That is really weird. Right. Yeah. Yes, it's okay. There's a fairly straightforward. Yeah. Okay, I've got it now. There's a very straightforward way of proving a lot of the maths that I just did, and the way to do it is this: if this is 9, it's orange. This segment sum is 11, but it involves the red digit, so it has to be 8, 3, and that clashes straight away. So it's very straightforward to do. If you think about it like that. I'm afraid my brain didn't think about it like that. It went a bit round the houses. So this is 6. And now this line adds to 36, which means that each segment on it adds to 12. And that's very important, isn't it? Because on a 2-cell segment, you can't use 1 or 2 if it's adding up to 12. So we've got to put 1 and 2 in the middle. Well, they'll have to accompany a 9, and therefore red is 8, which means this is an 8-4 pair to add up to 12. This is a 5-7 pair to add up to 12. If red is 8, then orange is 9. This was adding up to 14, wasn't it? So this is 5, 9. 5 now can't go in the green. We had a flurry of activity there. And now, well, hang on, this line adds up to 7. So that can't be a 7, that's 6 now. 6, 6, 6. Oh, there's a bit of a devilish line. Damien from The Omen has appeared in the puzzle. Right, these two squares are 2, 7, I think, by Sudoku. This line adds up to 18. There's almost too much going on for my brain to handle here. What have I got in this box? 4, 5, 7 into those squares. And okay, this can't be a 7 because it's meant to have a lower. Then the 2 yellows would add to 14, but the line this line is beneath that line, so it should have a lower total. So I think this is 4 or 5, which means this is 4 or 5. Okay, don't know what that means. Probably something. Okay, can we do... What about that stick? That is bigger as a stick than the purple stick, which we know is 15. Right, there are... that's huge. That's a 7 then. It's just forced to be a 7 because there are 3 segments along this line here. 1, 2 when it visits box 5, 3 when it visits box 2. So it's 3x, which means it's 3 of whatever this is, so it's 12, 15 or 21. But it's got to be bigger than 15. Can't be the same as 15, it's on top of it. So that's 7. So that's 7. 7 is not the same as 9, knowledge bomb. So that's got to be 9 now. And these squares are known to be 5, 6, 8 in some order. 5, 6, 8, with this not being 8, this not being 9 by Sudoku. These two add up to 7. But I think, well, actually that cell is a little bit restricted, isn't it? It's 1, 2 or 4 then. It can't be 3 or 5 or 6. So this digit is 6, 5 or 3. It's not 3. So that's not 4. And I don't know what that means. Okay then. So where should we look next? Can we do anything more at the bottom? 14s, 3-cell 14 segments. So wherever the 1 is, it's going to go, right, wherever the 1 is, it's going to go with 6 and 7. Because the 1 is going to have to go with 2 digits that add up to 13 that aren't 5, 8 or 4, 9. So it's 1, 6, right, so it's 1, 6, 7 here. Again, I think I've done this puzzle in totally the wrong order. If I'd persevered with this line, I think I could have got that much more quickly. What's this? 2, 4, 8 then, in terms of Sudoku. So this is 5, I think. So this is 4. That's 4, that's 3. 3 is in one of these 2 cells by Sudoku. These 2 digits... Oh, I must put 1 in box 8. And that's a 7 by Sudoku. So that's a 7 and that's a 2. Okay, this is not a 4 because of this. and this is not an 8. So this column, it's 1, 2, 4, 7, isn't it, into the gaps. It's a slightly excessive pencil mark, but we'll go with it. 1 is looking at the middle box, so 1 and 2 go into the puzzle. And we've got, if that's 1, that's an 8 segment, so that would have to be an 8 segment, not using this digit, which doesn't work. Oh, okay. There's a really nice way of seeing that, which I've okay. Right. Let's look at this. So, if this was a 1, this segment adds up to 8, so this segment adds up to 8. But remember, this segment adds up to 7. Now, those 5 digits, therefore, would have to add up to 15, which is the triangular number for 5, which means that these digits would have to be the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But they can't be, because they can't have 3 in them by Sudoku. So that's impossible. That's a much nicer way of seeing that than the way I first saw it. So this is all done now. 9 is a little bit restricted in box 6. 3 is a little bit restricted in box 6. Okay, but let's check this one. 16 is what we've got now. So 16... that doesn't look helpful at all. 2, 3, 8, 9 into these squares. That digit is 2 or 9 by Sudoku. 16. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Right, we've got 16 as the segment size here. If that was a 2, these 2 digits would have to add up to 14, but that digit doesn't allow that. You can't double 7 this line. You can't 410 it either. So that's 9. Which means these also add up. So those add up to 7, and these add up to 7. Which means this is not, you've guessed it, 7. It's also not 4, because 3 can't be on the line. So that's a 1, 2 pair. That's beautiful. Look at this 1, 2 pair looking at that cell. So that's 4. This is 7. This is 5 or 6, because it must be the friend of this one. These are both sort of weird diagonal dominoes that add up to 7. And we haven't put 3, 4, and 4 in the box. We can just place it. I think this is a 3, 8 pair. Oh, yeah, okay. So sorry, I could have done some Sudoku down here I'd never seen. But this is a 3, 8 pair. And the 7 here is very pretty. So that's 7, that's 5, that's 5, that's 6, that's 1, that's 2, because we need them to add up to 7. What about this box then? 1, 2, 4, 9. So that's a 2, 4 pair, which seems to resolve. 1, 9 go in, 9, 5 go in. This is going just too well, frankly. This is not 6. Oh, that's an 8. It's just a Sudokuable 8. 8 is the red digit, so let's try and preserve our knowledge of that. These squares are 1, 2, 4. And all I think we need is for this cross in box 6 to do a little bit of lifting for us, and we'll be good to go. Now, if that's 8, that would be, this line would add up to 40. Now, I can't actually see whether it's meant to be, it's meant to be lower than that one. Right, okay, I see. Yeah, so what we should do now is we should look at this line, where we've got 2 lots of 16, or 32 on the line. Which means that this line, if this was an 8, this line would add up to 40, because it would be 2 lots of 20. That's too big, so that's got to be 3, which means this is adding up to 15. Yeah, 15 is less than 16 knowledge bomb, so that works. So these add up to 15. So if that was a 9, is that possible? It looks like it might be. It's not possible with a 3 there. So it would have to be... That would have to be a 1. And that would have to be a 5, I think. That's probably what happens. What about that line? That line we've got 12. Oh, that's 9. Oh, okay, no. Immediately that breaks then. Sorry. So this is lovely setting by Marty. The point here is that we've got to simultaneously satisfy this line, which is a 12 line for this diagonal, and this line, which is a 15 diagonal for this diagonal. So what's so beautiful about a 9 here is to make 9 and 2 more digits add up to 12, you have to put 1 and 2 there, and that just absolutely blows out of the water the possibility of those 2 cells adding up to 6, because you couldn't be 1, 5, they couldn't be 2, 4, and they certainly can't be double 3. So this is not 9. That's 9, which is probably a lot less forcing then. So we've got 5, 6, 8 into these cells. So if this was 8, this would have to be a 1, 3 pair, which is immediately, we can't do that. So this is 5 or 6. I probably have to pencil mark. I think I probably do pencil mark. In fact, I must pencil mark these. That is a totally legitimate pencil mark to make. 1, 3, and 7 because there's not really much going on. If that's 7. Oh, look, I could have got this much more quickly. If that's 7, this line just gets too big because it's going to be 12 already. That would have to be a 0, so that is a 1. And oh, well, that's okay. We're adding up to 11 in those 2 squares, and that's 5 or 6. We know how to do that. That's got to be a 5, 6 pair. This has got to be an 8. And we've not put... Why can't I see it? It's 2, 4, is it? Yeah, I think it's 2 and 4 into those cells. That's not... Oh, look, that's not a 1. So I've got a 2, 4 pair. That's not a 1. So 5, 6, 7 into the column. And, yeah, that's going to be a 6. There we go. So this is a 7. Whoops. This is a 5. These 2 squares are 3, 9. Yeah, that's lovely. 9, 3, 3, 7. These 2 squares are 7 and 8. That's still lovely. 7 and 8. And what do we have to make this one add up to? Oh, these have to add up to 8 because we've got sort of 7 on the line twice. So that's got to be 6, 2 by the looks of it. So 6, 2, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1, 4, 2. This is just beautiful. I mean, it's not as difficult as some of the puzzles that we do on the channel, but it's still just an incredible pleasure to solve it. It really is. Oh, let's make sure we get our colouring sorted out. There and there. There we go. Maybe we should make all our 8s red and all our 9s orange. And see if it's correct. It is. Absolutely lovely. Marty does it again. I mean, it's a really clever rule, isn't it? It's just... Again, he's come up with something that's so natural, and the logic is fresh. You don't see it immediately, but once you do, it's like, okay, I get it. So you get all of these little epiphanies as you make your way through the puzzle, and it is a total joy to solve. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.